Hey guys, Crew of Blind Wave. I'm Eric.
I'm Calvin.
Game of Thrones, Calvin.
Game of Thrones again.
Yep, we gotta watch. We just watched episode 6. That was The Climb, and climb they did.
Yes. And so did some other people.
This one is called The Bear and the Maiden Fair. So there's nothing to say about that. We might learn about it. We might not. We'll see.
Whose house is the bear?
The Mormonts.
Huh.
Real quick recap, because I'm sure most of you guys just watched episode last time, and I don't know why we do these, but they're fun. It just keeps us nice and caught up.
Yep.
Okay, let's go through it. Speaking of the climb, they are at the top of the wall.
Yep.
They need to get to the other side of the wall.
Yep.
Tyrion has to marry Sansa. Cersei kind of has to marry Loras now, right?
Yeah.
Of course, Sansa did find out about it. She was not happy, it looked like.
Yeah.
And Littlefinger was sailing away. That was his mockingbird sigil on the sail. Joffrey weirdly had some fun with our Raws.
Now we have no more horse.
Now we have no horse.
None of them. She had a short run.
She's been in the show since episode 1.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as like years that she was successful.
Yeah. I don't know. I think in terms
Burning the candle at both ends.
True, but I think in terms of whores, she probably had a longer run than most.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
You gotta keep it in context.
Trying to like get past the whoring and more towards like the clerical and stuff like that.
She got sucked right back in with the snuff parts of that. I mean, Joffrey, he killed her good. He shot her like everywhere. She's way dead.
She's way dead.
I don't think that Thoros will be bringing her back.
No.
Yeah.
Is it just one wound that he can bring him back?
I don't know.
Or is it like, this is too many?
I mean, he brought him back after a lance through the heart.
Yeah.
From the mountain.
Which it probably went through a good ways.
And then the Hound, I mean, he cut him real good.
Through real good.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I think that as long as you get there quick, you're probably good. But
Thoros, like when the Hound actually got him that time, he was on him.
Yeah.
Like
quick.
Half a second.
Yes.
He was waiting.
Yep. We didn't talk about this at the end of our last episode, but Melisandre did come to the Brotherhood and took Gendry. She had been talking about wanting to get somebody with King's blood, with Stannis' blood.
Yeah.
And it's interesting.
Baratheon
How did she know where he was and all that?
That is interesting.
Yeah. But she does a lot of things that we have no idea how she does it.
Yeah. She has the sight.
I guess so. Maybe the fire showed her.
Could be.
We don't know. Elsewhere in the world, Robb has met with Frey delegates, and they made some terms, and he needs to go and get him some soldiers.
Yep.
Because he has a plan to attack Casterly Rock.
Yep. Get all that gold.
Get all the gold.
Piss Tywin off.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yep.
He's not lost a battle.
He has not lost a single battle.
He's losing the war.
He is the young wolf, though, and he's still... Other parts that's not fighting of the war, he's not doing great at. And he has a winter coming up.
Yes.
And the North is not known for being very fertile.
And it's not known for having very nice winters.
No, they don't have very good winters there.
Not at all.
Not at all. And then, is there anything else, really? We didn't have any Dany last episode.
No Dany.
So we'll have to see what's going on with Dany. Because, I mean, last time we saw her, she was marching out of Asafor with all of her winnings. And then she had that really cool scene with Grey Worm, where he says, no, my name's Grey Worm because it's a lucky name. It's a name I had when Daenerys Stormboard freed me. I was like, I was going to cry watching that.
Yeah, that's so good.
Well, that guy looks like Obama. He does, doesn't he?
It's racist.
No, it's not. He looks like him. Racist.
He does a little bit.
A little bit. All right, so we'll have to see what else is going on there. I think that's pretty much everything. If we missed anything, we all know what's going on. Let's get into the show. Calvin, hit the button. Written by George R. Martin.
Directed by Michelle McLaren. Wonder if she has a nice car.
George usually writes at least one episode every season. McLaren.
Usually it's the young boys banging the drums.
What good are they?
They help the men march.
How?
Well, it's the rhythm.
What do you mean? Right foot, left foot, right need help remembering that.
Gotta keep warm.
There's nothing on top of them though.
It's still hot.
I know she'd love to meet you. And her grandchild.
Took him a minute.
I have your little prince or princess inside me.
Maybe one of each.
Don't get greedy.
Most men fuck like dogs. No grace, no skill, a few dozen thrusts and done. You need to be patient. Give it time. Your cock shouldn't go near till she's slick as a baby seal. And then you go inside, but slowly. Don't jam it in like you're spearing a pig. Come on!
I was giving him advice. Ha ha! Ha ha! He's never far behind her.
You love him. Because he's pretty, is that it? You like his pretty hair and his pretty eyes. You think pretty's gonna make you happy? But don't touch him. You won't love him so
Guard
much
your
when you
balls,
find
dude.
out what he really is.
You're saying things you ought not say.
I got birds, you know. I can go into a bird! That's gonna count for something!
Some women like tall men. Some like short men. Some like hairy men, some like bald men. Gentle men, rough men, ugly men, pretty girls. Most women don't know what they like until they've tried it. And sadly, so many of us get to try so little before we're old and grey.
You've been holding the council meetings in the Tower of the Hand instead of the small council chamber.
I have, yes.
May I ask why?
Well, the Tower of the Hand is where I work. The walk from there to here would take time. Time I could otherwise spend productively.
So if I wanted to attend a council meeting, I would now have to climb all the stairs in the Tower of the Hand?
We could arrange to have you carried.
Tell me about the Targaryen girl. I should be consulted about such things.
From now on, I will see to it that you are appropriately consulted on important matters. Whenever necessary.
Very important wording there.
Your Grace.
It's like the Iron Throne doesn't even mean anything.
Yeah.
And he's sitting on it. He just came up and looked down upon it all. You know?
How many slaves are there in Yunkai?
200,000, if not more.
Then we have 200,000 reasons to take the city.
She's on a mission.
I don't like him already.
You see it for a second.
He did bring what looks like a tribute or an offering of peace.
Now comes the noble Razdal no Eras of that ancient and honourable house, master of men and speaker to savages, to offer terms of peace. Noble lord, you are in the presence of Daenerys Stormborn of House Targaryen, queen of the Andals and the first men, Khaleesi of the great grass sea, breaker of chains and mother of dragons.
Breaker of chains.
Many an army has broken against our walls. You shall find no easy conquest here, Khaleesi. All we ask is that you make use of these ships.
Yep.
Sail them back to Westeros where you belong and leave us to conduct our affairs in peace.
I have a gift for you as well. Your life.
My life.
And the lives of your wise masters, but I also want something in return. You will release every slave in Yunkai. Reject this gift, and I shall show you no mercy.
Perhaps we'll make a slave of you as well. You swore me safe conduct.
I did. Bet my dragons made no promises, and you threatened their mother.
Take the gold.
Smog.
They will not bend.
What happens to things that don't bend? He said he had powerful
I like
friends.
Jorah.
Do you miss it?
King's Landing.
Your father's house.
Never had a father. Never wanted one.
Haven't you ever wondered where your strength came from? Your talent for fighting.
You saying my father, he was some lord or...
There. Your father's house.
Robert's theme. Hear it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a bastard.
The bastard of Robert of the House Baratheon. First of his name, King of the Andals and the first man. Why do you think the Gold Cloaks wanted you? There is power in a king's blood.
I just like hearing it again.
Yeah.
You can chase catch. He's pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
But dogs catch his cats.
What do you know?
Goodbye, Sir Jaime.
Called him by his name.
Mm-hmm.
You will give my regards to Lord Tywin, I trust.
Tell Robb Stark I'm sorry I couldn't make his uncle's wedding.
The Lannisters send her regards.
Oh, come on, let us see it. Everybody talks about it.
Gonna get his dick cut off.
What?
It's not a kind-looking man.
I'm not killing you. Just making a few alterations.
Is that a palace?
If you're impressed by a windmill, you'd be swooning if you saw the Great Keep at Winterfell.
Not swooning.
Fainting.
What's fainting? Oh, a spider! Save me, Jon Snow. My dress is made of the purest silk from Tra-la-la-la-lally day.
And how come he always gets to sit and chat while we do all the work?
Hold up.
When my father sees me, the first thing he's going to ask is, what happened to my hand? And I'm going to tell him, this man chopped it off.
I had
Or
nothing.
I could tell him, this man saved my life. We return to Harrenhal. Now.
It's a tough situation.
Yeah.
Go buy yourself a golden hand and fuck yourself with it.
Jaime! I've been shot!
Pissed off.
You
He has
did
gained
this.
angry focus. Oh, it's a big angry bear.
No! Bring them back!
Well, must be on our way. Sorry about the sapphires.
I'm hungry!
My shoulder hurts for some reason.
The bear and the Maiden Fair. Jaime,
Yeah.
with one hand and suffering so much, jumped into a pit with a bear. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, he's...
Yeah, and he did it for Brienne.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just the beginning of the season, you probably wouldn't have thought that those characters would grow that much, you know?
Yeah.
But it's really cool. It was a good episode. I honestly didn't write hardly anything.
I
just
saw one
watching.
thing you wrote down.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, let's talk. It's probably the biggest thing in the episode. But let's talk about Theon
Theon Greyjoy.
He lost what was most important to him.
He did.
I mean, if we think back throughout the course of watching the show, he's put that thing to good use many times.
Yeah.
Why'd they have to pick such a scary-looking knife?
Because generally the scary-looking knives do the scariest jobs.
It was so scary.
There was...
Just looking at it made me cringe.
Yeah.
And it's just so fucked up. I mean...
Yeah, he is.
What he did to, like, having those girls, like, seduce him, and he's just so incoherent. He can, he's dehydrated. He can't even think straight. And then that damn horn.
You hate that horn almost as much as Theon does.
I know. It represents so much. Still no true clues about who that guy is.
It's just a bad man.
Yeah. Not
as
a good
Malachi
man.
would put it. He's a bad man.
He's a
stupid.
I've had to bite my tongue a little bit because remember, like, when he first saved Theon, I'm like, hey, and he was saved by that good guy.
Yeah.
And people are like,
yeah.
Another cool scene in there was Dany receiving the emissary from Yunkai. That was really cool. I mean, she just is so confident with everything
She's
does.
has so much more control over the situation than anybody else.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
it's just scary.
I mean, that's what having
so
dragons
cool.
give you, really.
Yeah.
I mean, just sheer confidence. And they do listen to her.
Yeah.
To a point, like, they're a little wild, but they're pretty big, too.
Like any children.
Yeah,
they're
but
kind of
I mean,
wild.
they've gotten pretty big.
They've gotten bigger.
Yeah.
They're bigger than they were at the last place.
Astapor.
Astapor.
I always like whenever those one slaves are going for the gold, and he's like...
Yeah.
He's like that's classic dragon hoarding right there,
It did definitely remind me
I am fire. Skin is iron. I love that. The ending.
Have you seen the behind the scenes for that scene?
Where Benedict Cumberbatch just
he's like yeah, so good.
Death.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can smell you. It's so great. Okay. Yeah, I wrote down Dick because of that.
Yeah.
And then Tywin thing. Whatever. Tywin did some stuff. Oh yeah, Tywin with at the throne room.
Oh yeah,
that was a cool scene. Just him like there's a point in that scene.
He's putting everything in perspective.
Yeah, but there's
Joffrey.
a point in that scene where all right, that's enough.
Yeah,
and he starts walking up,
Yeah,
and Joffrey goes from to that.
Yeah. Having to actually look up at him
all in one
without
shot.
standing up.
That was great.
Gendry finding out what his true parentage
is.
is.
Yeah. That might be one of my favorite scenes of the season, too. And I know it shouldn't. I mean, it's not super important in terms of the episode, but I just love him realizing who his dad was.
Yeah.
Looking up at the Red Keep and knowing that that was my father's house. And then it playing Robert Baratheon's theme. I mean, I get emotional at that scene. I really do. And the way she says, I don't really like Melisandre, but the way he's like, I'm just a bastard. And she's like, you are the bastard of Robert Baratheon, King of the Andals and the First Men. The way she's saying it?
Rob of House Baratheon.
Yeah.
First of his name.
Yes!
Yeah!
It's like, I like when she says, like, where do you think you get your strength?
Your fighting prowess.
Because Robert was known of, carrying that giant warhammer and just fucking people up. He won a kingdom by just fucking people up.
Yeah.
That's what he was good at.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
Arya. The Hound.
Yes.
Shit, we keep forgetting stuff.
We do. Arya.
I need to write more stuff down.
We do. Arya was taken by the Hound.
What's he gonna do? I mean, I really can't ask you because you already know.
I know what she's gonna do. Speculation, though. I don't know.
She may have another name.
She already has him on the name as a name.
Well, no, not him, but like
Beric.
Maybe.
I don't know. She knows that.
Maybe
Beric's
the Red Woman.
Maybe. True. For taking Gendry.
Also had a little talk of Marjorie talking to Sansa.
Yeah, we did.
Saying that, hey, he's not all that.
Yeah, but it kind of came down to Sansa just being like, yeah, but he's short.
Yeah.
Sansa has always had this idea that, Loras is the perfect person for her because he's the knight in shining armor, and they'll have,
Gave her the rose at the tourney, and
she doesn't even know that he's gay. I don't know how she doesn't, but she does.
She is kept from a lot of...
She is. She's still very young.
Yeah.
We did have a cool little scene with Qyburn and Jaime talking about how Qyburn lost his chain.
Yeah.
I think he's an interesting character in this world because he's very scientific, which is a stark contrast, to a lot of the other characters that we've seen when it comes to religion and stuff like that. But, I like his argument. Well, I don't. I like his character development in the terms of he'll hurt a lot of people to save a lot more.
Yeah.
And him and Jaime finding those common grounds there, it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I'm interested.
I really like his reaction when he asked Jaime how many people he saved.
Yeah. I did like that too.
500,000.
Yep. This episode was full of a lot of little reactions. I felt like that you could appreciate. Well, how do you feel? This is a big question. How do you feel about Dany's decision to not take Yunkai's bribe, to not attack them, pretty much, and try to free slaves versus go to Westeros?
She hates slavery.
Yeah.
Almost as much as the Hound hates fire.
I would say that's a good comparison.
She may lose Unsullied in this battle.
Yeah.
She's definitely going to lose Unsullied in this battle.
Yeah.
But she's going to free all those slaves
How
are going
many
to
did
be...
they say there were? Like 200,000?
Possibly, or I think Jorah said likely more.
Okay.
So she's got 8,000 Unsullied, and she could possibly add to her ranks 200,000 slaves.
Yeah.
Though untrained, as Barristan said, men who love you fight harder.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I mean,
a lot of them are going to be women and children too,
Yeah.
but they're going to own the city.
But she can't just stand by and watch that happen.
Yeah.
She's fixated, and she happens to be at Slaver's Bay.
Yeah.
And she just, I think it's a good decision because, slavery is outlawed in Westeros. She knows it's a terrible, terrible thing. And I think that she feels like she needs to learn how to prioritize different things before she even has the hopes of not just conquering a kingdom, but ruling a kingdom.
Yeah.
So she, with all these new subjects that she's getting, she's really becoming a queen.
Yes.
And
she's really learning how to be the queen, not just I am the queen, I have to be the queen, but she's actually becoming the queen.
Yeah, are the people of Westeros, do they want to see a conqueror coming with 3 dragons again?
Yeah.
Or do they want to see
Breaker of Chains?
The Breaker of Chains that comes across the sea with all these stories of I used this army and these dragons to free an entire people,
Yeah, and now I'm going to do the same for you.
And with a country that is completely being destroyed by war, and all these petty lords fighting alongside each other and with each other, the people will respond to something like that.
Yeah.
So I think that she's being very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's definitely going about it the right way.
And she's being patient. Because also, her dragons are big. Yes, Drogon did fuck shit up at Astapor.
Yes.
But it was by surprise. And, she had 8,000 people in the city already. And Drogon's not that big yet. You know? So, we'll see. Balerion the Black Dread, who they mentioned in this episode, the large skull that was in there, he was an army. It's a war engine that you ride.
Yeah.
Pretty much,
And you say, hey,
yeah,
burn this swath of ground and then make a circle around and burn the other swath.
Yeah, we saw his head when Arya was hiding.
She was hiding in it.
She was hiding in it.
It was literally the size of, a covered wagon.
Yes. It's gigantic. And that's just his head. And if we look at the heads there, it's not compared to their wingspan. And,
no.
Yeah,
my gosh.
Yeah, so even though the dragons are getting very big, they still have a lot more to grow.
Yeah.
So we'll have to just keep watching, Calvin. That was The Bear and the Maiden Fair. It's a good episode. Next weekend we'll be getting into episode 8 and then 9. And then the weekend after, the finale and getting on to season 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then from then on, we only have one more season after that. So we're getting caught up. I believe that Game of Thrones comes back in April.
Yeah.
So if I do the math correctly real quick, we'll either be right on time, or we might have to have a couple weeks where we do 3 in a week.
Okay.
Just to catch up a little bit. But I think
I'm sure they won't hate it.
No, they won't. We'll definitely be done by the time we do that. And I don't
we'll
know
be ready.
I don't know how we're going to do the reactions now, just because last year it was me, Shane, and Aaron and Aaron's wife,
Melanie,
and then we definitely are going to want you in it. So we'll have to figure out what we're going to do when it comes to the main reactions. So we'll have to just discuss that. Maybe you guys can let us know who your favorite Game of Thrones reactors are, or maybe we can even do 2 groups and have 2 reactions.
2 reactions?
Or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe we might have to do the couch thing.
We could do the couch thing. We'll have a special set just for Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay, guys, if you want to see all that and more, you got to hit the subscribe button down below. When you're down there, you can check out the description box that has every link for our social media. That includes our Patreon, which really helps us out in terms of getting all of those guys here and getting setups done and scheduling. And it's so crazy. You can check out blindwave.net. That has links to everything that we do. Everything that you want to know all about us is at that website. And make sure you guys come back next weekend for more Game of Thrones. I'm Marek.
I'm Calvin.
Calvin, hit the button. Arg! Oh!